Okay, so let me finish up with functional constraints. And the whole idea behind functional constraints is that now we have two mathematical models. So we are looking at the two nonlinear models. Okay, this first one here is the usual combined case. This is now a functional model, function of the parameters, in which the constraint will be added. Okay, the constraint again maybe a mathematical equation or a physical law or something that we want to impose. The function to be minimized again is the well, again in this case only the least squares criterion is applied. The linearization of these two nonlinear models will result in the usual parametric. Sorry, this is this is the combined case, of course, and we have now a linear model that relates to the functional constraints. So we have the same set of parameters. Okay, these are the least squares correction to the unknown parameters. We're going to have design matrix that is formed as a function of the constraints. So the numbers that are going to plug into there relate to the constraints, and you're going to have a misclosure vector W sub C that is nothing else but the evaluation of the constraint model with respect to approximate values. These two models here, these two linear models, are written down in such a way that we can then evaluate partial derivatives. Here we are imposing the least squares criterion. Here we have the Lagrange correlates. This guy here is the variational function. What happens then is that we compute the partial derivatives of these of the variational function with respect to the unknown parameters. So we have the partial derivative with respect to the parameters, with respect to the residuals. We have the partials with respect to the Lagrange correlates, and we're going to also to have the partial derivatives with respect to Lagrange correlates of the constraint. I forgot to mention to you that this portion here corresponds, of course, to the, well, I might have mentioned already, but let me repeat that if this is the case. This is the combined case, okay, the linearized equation of the combined case, and this comes from the functional constraint. Functional constraint. The derivatives will result in a set of linear expressions, linear equations. I'm not going to underline here, just for the sake of gaining time. So one of them is B transpose CL inverse R hat plus B transpose K equals to 0. We have BR hat plus A delta hat plus W equals to 0. The other is going to be A sub C K sub C plus W sub C equals to 0, and A transpose K hat plus A transpose C K sub C hat equals to 0. Something that I should mention to you, that the constraint model, it has no covariance matrix associated with. Okay, this is a functional model. Okay, a purely deterministic model. If we write down the equations that we obtained from the evaluation of the partial derivatives of the functional of the variational function with respect to the unknown parameters, we're going to have something like that. This is CL inverse multiplying R. This is going to be a matrix here. This is another matrix. This is a vector. CL it is going to be the other element here is going to be B00 K hat K sub C delta boo, and then we're going to have B R hat A delta plus W, not this here, going to be W sub C. Then we have AKC here, A sub C 0, 0, 0, and here we're going to have A transpose K A transpose C sub C. Okay, so this should be it. And here we have handy the equation for parameter elimination by partitioning. What we are going to do is we're going to eliminate the parameters in steps. We first will start by eliminating R. That's the only parameter that we can eliminate right now, because these matrix N11 must be regular. We need to compute the inverse. So we're going to apply the rules of parameter elimination by partitioning. First to compute R, to eliminate R, then to eliminate K, then to eliminate K sub C, okay, and at the end we're going to have this final value, this final equation. So this the equation here is for the adjustment with functional constraints, and it is a very interesting looking equation, because we have a first term and then we have what we could call a correction. Okay, this is the usual term that we use, delta equals to minus n inverse u. So who is n? N is the usual A transpose B transpose B A. Okay, U is usual A transpose B CL B. This is transpose W. So this is the usual, and now we have a correction which involves the constraints, involves the functional constraints. Okay, we have n1, n inverse, that's this guy here. Now we have the Xi matrix with respect to the constraints. We have the misclosure with respect to the constraints. We have the usual n and the usual term u here. Okay, so this is it. Okay, and in terms of the theory behind the adjustment with weighted constraints and adjustment with functional constraints.